Welcome back to Smash Games. We're back with Dark Souls Remastered, Part 8. Now, we are journeying down into the depths to battle the Gaping Dragon. But before we do, I'm just going to quickly show you that doorway right ahead. And the key we get off him. Now we used the claymore, some gold pine resin. We smacked him, we broke his tail, we got a big axe, we smacked him some more, and that's all she wrote. Now the Blighttown key, that's what you need for that door. Okay, so that's the main entrance. But if you've been following along with these videos, this guide, you will have got the master key. The master key will allow you to come in through the old New Londo ruins and through the Valley of the Drakes into Blighttown. So, which is where we're going to pick up as we go down now. As we go down the little, medieval elevator. Now, normally I like to send it back up. But this time, I think I do it. Yeah, I did it by. I actually did it this time. No, it was meant to not do it. I advise you not to do it this time, and leave the little elevator there. Because by the time we go back down and run back up, by the next episode, we'll be going back up this way anyway. Because, well, we have to come back up. So, anyway, as we come down, we're going to show you a fun time. Hopefully you would have also watched the 2 episodes prior where I showed you how to get the rusted ring. You need that at the very least. Now these guys they will hit you pretty hard, and they also cause poison, which you don't want. But if they do cause poison, you can fix that with a the purple moss. Now, they do have a bit of a wide swing like that, so you should be able to time it like that to parry. A couple of normal whacks and 2 parries should do it for them, so it's fine. Well, let's just see. Come on. Come on. No. So you're probably not going to have a good time parrying that. Much like the Butcher, where he does the overhand downward swing of his butcher's knife. I'm pretty sure it's just a giant cleaver, but anyway, same biggie. Anyway, pretty sure I'm right. Two parries and a couple of normal swings should do it for these guys, and you do pick up some dung pie off them, which you can sell to Seeker. Yeah, Seeker Frampt. For 100 souls at least. So, it's something. And you, by the time you pass through here a couple times, you might pick up 3 or 4. So, it's something. You can pick up their club. Pretty sure that's the Great Club. From memory. Anyway, there's 3 of them. You get 500 piece. So it's 1500. If you get a dung pie, it's at least 16 to 1800. Do pick up the New Londo Ruins key. You need that to actually access that in a later, down the track. So you need that key as well. And we're just attaching the rusted ring, and we're attaching the spider shield. The spider shield gives you a 100% block against these dart blowers down here, which inflict a toxin on you. Now the toxin, well, the purple moss will not help you. Therefore you need the blooming moss, which we purchased a couple. Now unfortunately I believe I do get tagged here, and you'll see the full effect. These guys inflict a bleeding damage toxin, which is where the blood moss comes in handy. As you can see, yeah, poisoned and toxined at the same time. My bad, my bad, my apologies. I thought it inflicted bleeding, but apparently it's a poison. I guess that makes more sense, I suppose. Anyway, long story short, the one blooming moss will cure both. Yeah, so I don't know if I said this in the previous video, but I do highly recommend that you have at least 3. You do have a good chance of, by the time you actually kill these guys, do have your shield up so you can block them. It's those darts. Unless you have a decent poison resistance, you will get toxin in 1 dart, and I'm not kidding. However, if there's some clothing like, what's it called? We're gonna pick it up soon enough anyway. It won't, well, the next video technically, but there's a red outfit we're going to pick up very shortly. A lot of you are probably familiar with it, but if you're a first time player, you're going to see it for the first time. So I just can't remember what the fuck it's called. Yeah. Now we get some luck where we pick up an additional blooming moss. You will pick up a couple more if you're lucky, depending on how much humanity you've got on, or if you have the gold pine serpent ring, for example. Now I will show you where that is in by the time we get to Sen's Fortress, so which I have recorded by this stage, so that's fun. Now sometimes the other one does drop down, the other dart blower, so you can see I've killed one there, but you can see just in the distance, I don't know if you saw that or not, but he's, you know, shooting at us. Now, if you're unlucky enough to get toxin and you don't have blooming moss, you can get away with it by finding a bonfire. Now, I hope I got a laugh out of that. If you've experienced Blighttown at all, you are probably aware of at least 2 in this area. There are 3 technically, but before you actually leave, one is in the tree before you go down the giant tree, and the next one is kind of in a sewer area, and the other one is much higher up in Blighttown. Now there we go, we get the Firekeeper Salt. That'll be our 3rd, which will be able to knock us up to +3 Estus in strength, so that should bring us to I think it's about 400 from memory. I can't remember off the top of my head. It could be less. I don't think it's 400. I think it's actually less, because the first one gives you about plus 1 gives you 50 extra. +2 gives you an additional 100, so it's 150, and I think you get another 50 from +3, and so on and so forth, all the way up to +7 is the max, which in theory you can't. It's not theory, but you can't actually max in one playthrough, so you will need to go. There it is. The sealer. I think it's not the sealer set, but I was just reading off the thing. Anyway, you got the whole set there. You got the tin catalyst, which is actually quite a strong weapon, particularly for a caster. It has a nice little poke when you use the strong attack. Now we're just doing a quick assessment. Yeah, as you can see, I'm fat rolling, so we have to take off a couple of pieces of armour. Mind you, I think at this point, yeah, we do change the spider shield back to the heater shield, which reduces it again, so we're able to at least do a light roll. This is a good spot to do a quick heal. Yeah, so you gotta be a little aware of that. That can happen. Because yeah, if you walk off a little bit to the side, like I just did, you'll die. Now these weird bug-like things were once human, supposedly, but now, as you can see, oh yeah, you can actually hit. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before, but you can hit some things through walls and bricks, and go figure. Anyway, the bug things aren't particularly strong. You get about 110, 120 souls off each one, so they're not particularly hard if you know, as long as you're running in and start smacking away. At least with the Drake Sword, you should be able to actually get them in 2 hits. 3 if you're not dual wielding. But anyway, and as you can see, oh no, I swapped. That's the thing I was about to show you. Yeah, oh, okay, 100. It's a little less. If you have the silver snake ring, however, it will add an additional, I think it's 10% from memory. We'll find out much later. Now, again, the swamp water around here will poison you within seconds, as you just noticed. Bonfire. This is what you want. And this will be your saving grace, literally. Now, I'm going to show you where, at least our first of this playthrough, Dragon Scale is. You can pick another. When we actually got the Astora's sword and the Astora's straight sword and the Fire Knight shield. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, point being, that half dragon dead body that's hanging there on that cliffside in the Drake's Valley will also give you a Dragon Scale. So that's a you need that to level up your Drake Sword, for instance, and any other dragon weapons, which would have been the Great Dragon Axe we picked up off the Gaping Dragon. I feel like I said dragon a lot, but anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, so it's a smithing thing. We're just turning human for this one because I'm showing you Mildred. Is it Mildred the Butcher? I'm about to say. She will pop up to the left there in like 10-15 seconds. It's on a bit of a timer essentially, so the idea is that as you potentially just start running in general through here, she'll just, you know, pop up, and if you're not aware, she's right there. Now, unfortunately, we got the stupid mosquito bugs, and they do cause me a bit of pain. Yeah, so as you can see, she does that big overhand chop, which, now, I can tell you right now, it's just that the heater shield is not heavy enough, technically, to parry that. However, if you've got that other fire shield, because that's a 3 in weight, it's enough to parry her. I don't know if it was a timing thing, but I'm confident it's got something to do with the weight. Now, that shield she's got on is the worst shield in the game. I'm confident. It's called the plank shield, so pretty sure it only defends 50 of the damage. Anyway, as I just showed again, you don't seem to be able to actually parry her, but she does do a wide swing, at least, that you can parry. Yeah. Now that Butcher's Knife, I believe, has an ability to sharpen it. Maneater Mildred, that's the full title. There you go. I knew it was at least Mildred. Now you can get the Butcher's Knife as a drop, you can get the sack off her head, and you can get the shield. So 3 humanity, and we did actually pick up the Butcher's Knife. And again, it just depends on how high your humanity count is, or Gold Serpent Ring, or even if you have the Mimic Helmet. Yes, fun fact, that is a thing. It's a good helmet, however it does eat away at your vitality, at your health, gradually over time. But if you have stacked a lot into vitality, it's not a bad thing to have. However, you really only need the Gold Serpent Ring, and I believe it's 10 or 11. We'll say 11 humanity, and that will give you 410 in points. That'll give you full or max luck for item drops. feel like I've already said that. I have. I did say it. I said it in the Undead Parish video, but I guess it doesn't hurt to reiterate that now that we're getting a lot further down here and that we are going to be picking up some of this shit soon. Soon. Fairly soon. I mean, if you're, you know, getting through it at a reasonable pace, it shouldn't be that long. Anyway, Quails Domain. I did attach the purple moss so that we can at least heal ourselves. Now, it's a very gradual poison. It doesn't do much, not unlike the toxin. Now, by the time we kill Mildred, rested, now we're human, of course, we can use her as a summon against Quelaag on the left there. You will. It's probably one of the best light armors that we've got on with the red, the red armor for fire resistance. Now, I'm also just going to show you that I realised I stuffed up here, even though I had already bought it prior from the pyromancer, our first merchant as a pyromancer. So there she is. There are some other people still around you can summon, but ideally we're doing this off the scenario that, you know, as this game gets older, less and less people are probably going to play it. Although it's probably been picked up again because reasons. Now, I'm just showing you there that the flash sweat I didn't actually attach, so we would have needed to actually attach that back at the bonfire by attuning our magic. And yeah, because essentially the fireballs just aren't that effective against it. Like, they work, but yeah, you're realistically better with the flash sweat, which will give you a much stronger fire resistance, seeing as though she dishes out a lot of fire damage in more ways than one. Really old CGI, but you're welcome. Anyway, it's fun being on a weirdly fucking spider at the same time. Now, you can do 2 to 3 hits on the back there. You will need to jump, run, sprint, roll back, whatever, because she does the AoE effect. She has got that big ass fire sword, which we can actually get that. We won't be able to get that till a little bit later, but with her soul drop, and as you can see there, I got caught. So sometimes you will get caught in between the legs, so you need to probably be aware and position yourself accordingly. Pretty sure you can stun if you hit the front part of the spider. Now, there's 2 types of attacks the back part will actually do. There's one where it'll do a bit of a shake and start shooting off fire from the back, or it does the AoE effect. Now, she has at least 3 swings with that sword, 2 wide arcs which you can dodge by rolling backwards or forwards, and 1 where she does a great big thrust with her sword. That cough was not intentional, I just needed to cough. Anyway, and also the fact that the damn spiders shooting out lava are all over the floor, so you need to be highly aware of that. It will kill you very quickly. It's not exactly like lava, but it will do a great deal of damage very quick. As you can see where, yeah, so there you go, there's the other backfire attack. Now, the good thing with Mildred is she does draw her attention long enough. She also does a good chunk of damage as well, if she can get onto it. Only thing is, depending, she will get stuck in the lava if she's just trying. She just tends to run forward at the spider. It's the AI is atrocious in that respect. And she actually kills us for us, so go figure. But the best thing you can do is, at the start of the fight, is run into the middle of the map if you're confident. Do not run out to the side. If possible, there's a good chance you can get stuck. It'll do the lava effect, and then you're just stuck in a corner. And Mildred could probably just get killed pretty quickly at that rate. So you're better off just running at least towards the middle. I did have the heater shield on for this. It hasn't got a bad fire protection. You can put on the other night shield, which has 85 fire protection. Defense. 83? 85. Pretty sure it's 85. Our second bell of awakening. figured you guys might like to, you know, maybe I'm gonna get through most of these cutscenes, to be honest, but you know, I figured you guys might appreciate some of it. Anyway, as you can see, Sen's Fortress is lifting. The gate, that is, and we do finally get our homeward boat. Oh, the other thing is, of course, is besides getting Quelaag's soul, you do also get 20,000 souls, which, you know, it's a decent chunk. But to be fair, we're progressing further in the game. You're going to be getting more, and it's just not going to be like it's a really good chunk. Say yes for this one, but as you can see, the higher level we go, the less it's worth. By the time you get to level 40, it's going to be costing you somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000 souls a level. I think, as we're about to find out, let's have a look. Yeah, 7. Because we're on level 34, so you probably will round out to almost 10,000, or pretty close to it. Now, do join the Chaos Covenant. That is to say, talk to the sister of Quelaag behind you. Oh, okay. I'm just demonstrating that, you know, we've got 18 decks and enough strength to wield the Knight's black sword, essentially. Now you need the Witch's Ring to be able to actually talk to her. Don't know if I'm actually going to go out of my way to show you per se, but she does have a lot of interesting dialogue, and her backstory is pretty good. So there we go, we get the Great Chaos Fireball just by simply joining. Excuse me. And yeah, this bonfire will give you +10, seeing as though Quelaag's sister counts as a guardian of said fire, in which there are 7 in total. And I believe, and hence that's why you can't actually get all 7, because if you kill all of them, including her and the one back at Firelink Shrine, which you can't technically, I don't think you can technically do unless it's with a spell or something, but because normally you've got to let Lotrick kill her. Now, we've come out here, that's where we're going to be going next part through. Don't worry, it won't be too bad, but we'll see you guys next time. Please like, share and subscribe, I'd appreciate it, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Should be fun.